With Austin Hannon, I am Mason Smith, and this is Just a Minute. Austin, before we hopped on today, I was just going to ask you which Alabama basketball player you think might be on the move, but we already have that answer. As
Yeah.
Nimari Burnett literally minutes ago was announced that he's entering the transfer portal. So, Austin, before we even get into that part, what is your instant reaction to Nimari Burnett entering the transfer portal?
Yeah, it's just an interesting one because it's not that odd to me just because he didn't get as much playing time, I think, as a guy like him might have deserved on the court. Obviously, it was a deep bench that Alabama had, so it's not necessarily the coaching staff's fault. Um, but he started the season as a starter. We got to see Nimari Burnett kind of go into the starting rotation alongside Mark Sears and Brandon Miller and No Clowney, Charles Bediako, and then he gets hurt with the wrist injury. He comes back and he never really finds that starting role again, and doesn't see that much time off the bench. Obviously, a great shooter, we've been told and we've seen in games. Nato said he's one of the most impressive deep range guys he's seen in his coaching career. He was great on the defensive end, obviously picking up Marcus Sasser, other top teams point guards. So he's a big loss, and I think especially with the loss of Brandon Miller, you're going to have. I think any guy like Nimari Burnett could have easily fit into a 2 or 3 spot in this rotation next season. But for each his own. He wants to go find better things out there. Obviously, the transfer portal gives you the opportunity to do so. So it's a tough loss, but I don't think it's something that they can't recover from.
I agree. Now, I also agree with the fact that they kind of did Demar a disservice. I'm gonna just be honest, because again, he was a starter. He lost the starting due to injury. When he came back, he did talk about how it doesn't matter if he starts; he just wants to play, and that's a very good thing to say. And I honestly did believe him, but it came down to just playing. He wasn't really doing that much because Jaden Bradley, Mark Sears, Javon Quinley found his rhythm, and then Rylan Griffin. Rylan Griffin started getting a lot of minutes over to Marvin as well. So that's 4 guards you're sitting behind after you were a starter to begin the year. That's a pretty tough pill to swallow, especially after looking at that San Diego State game where Warriors are scoring from. Guard plays off pick and rolls and mid ranges. That probably been a really good time for Nimari Burnett to kind of take over that game defensively. But he didn't get a chance to really do that in the end of the season. So I don't blame him for leaving. I really don't. I wish he would have stayed. I kind of had like this nostalgic feeling that the non-NBA guys would probably stay and run it back one more year and add some talent. But at the end of the day, college basketball is somewhat a business, just like the pros are. So not to be surprised, but I think he won't be the only player on the move. So we'll keep an eye on that. Here at Bama Central with basketball coverage, football coverage, and more. I am Mason Smith. That's Austin Hannon. This has been Just a Minute. Thank you so much for watching.